Welcome to Bang Ain't Saying.
Give me wrong, spit about it. Throw your hands up. No song, no. Everyone's talking about how much guns they got. Everyone's talking about how much they keep it real. And everyone's talking about how many niggas they kill. But I wanna know how everybody's a gangster. Where's the snitches at? Where's the bitches at? Where's the niggas that just can't take the pressure, man? Where's the set trippers, the fiends, and backstabbers? Cause I wanna know how everybody's a gangster. Going around, we can get it on. Listen, but if you tryna shine, the nigga I'd advise throw some glitter on. This nigga's wrong, heard the flow. Third for show, bite the hand that feeds you, deserve to choke. But shit, I ain't mad, we could burn the smoke. Shit, I'm cool, I bought a noose, you could learn the ropes. I show you how you be a everybody, everything. And Blade the pump that never gave a fuck about them anyway. Any day, you might see me with the link when it's out 3. Truthfully, I give a fuck what they thinking about me. I don't know y'all niggas from a hole in the wall. Shit stain on soaking the drawers. I came knocking for the gang, nigga, open the door. Pain stopping at your brain when I'm holding the ball. 3 holes in his head, you can ball with the ball. And I know that you know that I know that you ain't sure if I got my cash up, Mag Tucker, if I'm just vulnerable. The ladder's not likely, dog, and I don't mind showing you. Pine cone to you, letting God get a hold of you, knowing that it's my time and I'm overdue. What? But everyone's talking about how much guns they got. Everyone's talking about how much they keep it real. And everyone's talking about how many niggas they kill. But I wanna know how everybody's a gangster. Where's the snitches at? Where's the bitches at? Where's the niggas that just can't take the pressure, man? Where's the set trippers, the fiends, and backstabbers? I'm just trying to know how everybody's.
PU double.
Ready?
Get him. Oh, PU double. Feel my pain.
Yeah. Sick niggas.
Get him.
Oh, sick huge. Yeah. Sick fuck. Sick Jones. Yes. Motherfuckers got rest. This is 30-pound shit.
PU double.
Ready?
Get him. Oh, PU double. Feel my pain.
Yeah. Sick niggas.
Get him.
Oh, sick huge. Yeah. Sick fuck. Sick Jones. Yes. Motherfuckers got rest. This is 30-pound shit.
What you got for the pound besides a hole in the pound? So while I'm breaking them down, at the same time holding it down, I'm built from 0 ground. Hollow heads with hollow now. Fuck how they like us now, cause we never fucked around. To the end of life, putting it down. Dow Jones breaking bread with me now. You like the sound, but it's more like a stab. It's more like a stab, you calling it wow. Oh.
And I know you ready to ride, so let's ride, cause I'm ready. So long as it's about Shetty, I'm ready to rock steady. Niggas really ain't deadly and they really ain't ready. Got phonies under the scope and we ready to pop steady. In the name of God, brothers in 3rd pound. Lick off the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round. I know these niggas heard round.
Now amongst Steve and betrayal was beyond greed. Ain't no love for a true G. Respect the karma and all G's. Still surviving off loyalty. Pride got the best of me. So fuck you, ruin your misery. What you perceive for your destiny, liberty or death. While I'm blowing your sesame, can it be all that's left? Not selfishly me and my recipe, my set, honor, guns, glory, and harmony. Any beat colder than Chesapeake, put a hole in your chest and peak, the head up the chemistry. Bananas, I do believe, please see my faded memory, focus my vision and hear the voice of a dying P. Rap kamikaze, grand cocky, 40D, double whoppy poppy, shorty cocky and whoppy, episode sloppy, they gotta pop me to stop me, ready rise, any rock, 10-4, over copy, and I.
Bang! Welcome to Bang USA Sports. And y'all already know what's on the board. It is the draft, NBA draft night. And y'all already know it could be rigged or not. Allegedly. It could be rigged or not. That lottery could be rigged or not. But tonight is the night. And this is the night of dreams coming true. Deals in Dynasty for this season is on the fray. And tonight isn't just a draft. It's a dream graduation for the prospects. It's a sweat equity turned into generational wealth for the front office. It's poker night with billion-dollar implications. And for us, it's both a celebration and a conspiracy theory. Yes, welcome to Bang USA Sports. You know how I do. I am your host, Bang USA, and I say what's on the fans' minds. For the fans, by the fans. Because in the NBA, the narratives, business associated, nothing is as simple as a name on a card. Draft night fit check, draft night plot twist. The lights are bright at the Barclays Center, live in New York City, Brooklyn, New York. Cooper Flagg's icy neckwear glistening, Ace barely snubbing the Sixers. Suit cuts like a lottery blade, but let's not get distracted by the fashions. The flip started before the footage rolled, and Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets, Kristaps Porziņģis now on the Atlanta Hawks, and the Trae Young problem in Atlanta. Drew Holiday, westbound to Portland, doesn't seem happy. Watch Portland tonight. Brooklyn Nets somehow woke up with first-round picks and zero direction. The NBA offseason has turned into Succession meets NBA Street Volume 2, and just like that, tonight's draft board isn't just about upside, it's about upheaval. And as I present that, the draft has begun, and the number one pick, as expected, is the white sensation. Wait. I had a name for him. The Great White Hope, the white sensation, Cooper Flagg, great MVP player, great player, looking to be the new MVP, first round draft pick on the Dallas Mavericks, now joining his counterparts and also number one draft pick Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis. So a team full of number ones over there. And Cooper Flagg had a great season. Has been projected 2 years in advance. And now he leaves at the number one spot. Oh my goodness. I'm happy for this young man. It's been set up for him. They didn't win the chip this college NCAA. They didn't win the chip, but they gave it a good run. And Cooper Flagg played well. He did come up short in that last game, a very big pressurized game. And he has some game to work on, man, period. You know what I mean? He has some game to work on. We'll see what happens. Hold on. Let's do this. Okay, I don't have any. Gotta go get one then. Cooper Flagg, number one draft pick. I think Dallas is gonna be happy with that pick after losing Luka Doncic last season. And you know, they GM, they got new ownership over there. The kid out of Maine, Cooper Flagg, has been making his way. He played in he played with warming up with Team USA in the USA games and getting them ready, and he played with the stars. I don't think he's gonna have a problem at all. When it comes to the transition to the NBA, I think it'll come real smooth to him. And when Kyrie get back, it's even gonna be better. With rumors that D'Angelo Russell looking to be on their card. we'll see what happens with that. Cooper Flagg. He looks such like a little boy in this picture. He's grown so much since it. Wait a second. How you got all your whole family up there at the post-camera interview? Like when they start doing that? I mean, I'm curious to see what parents say. You know what I mean? But this is the day that parents can't hold their kids' hands anymore. You give them a hug and you let them go out there and become the man that he's gonna be. Salute to the parents of Cooper Flagg. Look, Cooper didn't even say much. His mom talked more. Number 1 draft pick, Cooper Flagg, as we expected. Now, Spurs are on the clock. They are projected to take 5-time champion Ron Harper's son, Dylan Harper, out of Rutgers, and Ace Bailey right behind him. And Rutgers did not make the tournament last year. And they still were projected to go higher than most of the people that played in the tournament. That says a lot. That speaks eons. Everybody had it on the wall like, oh, Chase Bailey messed up his draft slot. And he may have. He may drop. But the kid's game is the kid's game. He's put in the work. Philly is a great city. Salute to Philadelphia. But it's a rough city. And for what Philadelphia 76ers, the franchise, have done to their early draft picks and what they've done in drafts, picking hurt players after hurt players and waiting and trusting the process, your city doesn't want to wait and trust the process no more. You got to give them something right now. So you could play cute and try to Shedeur Sanders snicker moment on Ace Bailey as a get back. But if he's the best available player, you better go get him. You better give somebody Maxey could play with. Bailey is a young PG-13, maybe potentially better. You understand what I'm saying? So they better not. But there's a lot of talent in this draft, and Bailey may have dropped himself down a few positions as San Antonio is up for their pick. And they do exactly what I thought they was going to do, what I mentioned. Dylan Harper is going to San Antonio. Make no mistake about it. He was expected to go there, and he's there. No. His dad played 15 seasons in the NBA, won 5 championships, was on the team with the great Michael Jordan, and now his son enters the league, going to a good team, a young team, and Wembanyama, Fox, and he joined Stephen Castle and those guys, and yeah, salute to Dylan Harper. Congratulations to Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper. Draft is going as expected. We'll see when it gets shaken up. Dylan Harper, Cody, and best friend too. None other than Ace Bailey. None other than Ace Bailey. So salute to him. Let's get him up here on the board. Supposed to be a great playmaker. He knows how to run the point. I don't know. It's going to be a guard-heavy squad over there. You got Stephen. Who's coming off the bench? De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, and Stephon Castle coming off the bench. I don't know. That's gonna be funny. Let's get the invite sent. Email. So Dylan Harper headed to San Antonio, joining a nice young squad. Number 2 pick, you better be happy, young man. Congratulations, though. He earned it. That's crazy, They say, "Oh, you got to go to the tournament. What you do in the tournament? What you doing? No, what you doing this season speaks volumes." Average 19 for the season. Harper in the crowd. Watch the son get drafted. That's big, man. That's big for these ex-players to see their sons commit to their journey and do their own journey. It's like, oh, man. Oh, man, come on. What's going on, y'all? Uh-oh, here it goes. The moment of truth. Let's see if Ace Bailey going to go to the Sixers. Or they going to go with somebody else. You got the Florida guard. You got the Duke guard. You got a couple of guys, man, on here. Like, send that out. Nobody in here today. That's cool. I've been missing. I've been MIA. Been hard to get to it, man. Been working a lot. I appreciate y'all for coming through Bang USA Sports. But I'm gonna do the draft every year. If I'm home, I'm gonna do the draft, and yeah, let's go. Spurs coming together. They getting their core together. They're coming together. Let's go. Share out on Twitter. Oops. I said that. All right. Dallas re-signing $119 million for 3 years, with Kyrie re-signing, opting out of his player option and decided to re-sign. And then they signed Cooper today. That was all by design, and yeah. Yes. Let's go. See if we get And the third pick is in. What would Philly do? What would Philly do? Oh, they take BJ Edgecombe from Baylor and they snub Ace Bailey. And Ace Bailey drops out of the third ranking. And I don't think he wanted to go to Philly. But VJ Edgecombe goes to Philly. Guard to play with Maxey, PG, and B. Okay, VJ, salute, congratulations. 6'4" guard. Why did they take a guard? Like, I mean, they need a small forward, but they got PG at the small forward. But just in case, bro, like, just in case. But they went and got a guard. Maxey was hurt this year, and DJ has come out of the Bahamas. Yeah. Yeah, salute. I love my Islanders when they get in here. Went to Baylor. Not a bad school. And now he's in the NBA. Number 3, top 3 pick. That's a big feat, man. That's a big feat. That's a big feat. Let's get him up on the board. VJ let's go settings, virtual background. We're going to have to get rid of some of these guys. You got to go. You got to go. Let's go. Let's go, VJ. Let's go, VJ. Right here. Get VJ up there. Looking like a young Jimmy Butler. Looking like a young Jimmy Butler. Get VJ up there. Get VJ up there, man. Let's go. Let's go, VJ. Word. Salute to the parents of these players, man. It took heck of sacrifice and a lot of work to get them to this level. And I think that parents get overlooked. I didn't mean anything by saying they shouldn't be on the camera, but this is your son's moment. Let him have it. Let him have it. You can cry, you can be happy, but don't dominate his TV time. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't do that. Like, I'm just not a fan of that. But I appreciate and I respect all parents to these players. It took heck of sacrifice to get here. That's one thing I understand. So I don't put nothing past anybody. But yeah, man. That's all. That's all. Non-personal. Wow. Got our guy. 76ers. They trying to rub it in. They Shador Sanders, my boy. They got their snickering moment. Like, you don't want to come in? We got somebody else. We got somebody else. And that's what you risk by not going to your visits. But again, if your agent is telling you, all right, you slated here, you don't want to go there, so don't go to the visit. You know what I mean? That's what you gotta do. Like, you gotta do what your agent doing, but these agents need to be smarter and don't, when you trust your agent, you trust your agent. You know what I mean? But the agents need to be smarter because the slander doesn't come on the agent and comes on the player. And though I believe that Ace Bailey's work has been put in, that disdain and that disrespect, we just learned. If you haven't learned in the past, you just learned. If you watch the NFL draft, it didn't matter about the talent and how good a player is. And the further they drop you, the more slander you're going to receive when you're expected to go high, right? So we'll see where Ace Bailey falls to. Everybody and their mother knew Shedeur Sanders was not a fifth-round draft pick, but that didn't stop teams from bypassing him and allowing him to drop there to drop his value, to get him out that $40 million range, and force him to go to the team that his father said he wouldn't go to. And they painted him with bad attitudes, demeanors. He went and he took those visits. They said that they ain't like how he interviewed at the visit. So I bring Shedeur up to talk about black youth and in sports and prospects in sports. We it's good to know our value and our strengths, but go meet with these owners. Your road will journey through these guys at some point. A negotiation will journey through these guys at some point. So it's good to respect every owner, regardless if it's the good old boy squad or not. Your day to make your point and show the world who you are and show the league who you are will come. It's just not on draft day. So I hate to tell people, because I'm not a person that tells people to assimilate. I tell people to live their truth all the time, but be smart about your business, man. Don't be out here insulting people, insulting millionaire bosses, billionaire bosses, because they have the power of the tongue and the networking abilities, and people, and they got the money to do favors for people and to ask people to return favors for them. And even if that favor is bypassing on a player that they may want, just to make a point. And they showed you that with Shedeur, right? So back to the NBA. BJ Edgecombe edges out, pun intended, edging out Ace Bailey. So Rutgers doesn't go 2-3. They were supposed to go back-to-back spots without making a tournament. And BJ Edgecombe gets there. Big deal. Big deal. Who's on the clock now? The Hornets. Another commissioner comes out. The Hornets on the clock. Let's see what they do. Oh, wow. Another Duke player goes top 5. And Con Kniffle goes top 4 to the Charlotte Hornets. Wow. Does that mean, and they take a guard out of Duke? What does that mean? The Charlotte Hornets are very known for taking guards. Another team that's under new team ownership, and they've been trying to get their stuff together. They thought that taking ball would have got them started, and then they took Brandon Miller. Then last year, I don't know what they did. I forget. I can't remember what they did last year. But now they come back for Con Kniffle. And now the question persists. The question persists. Now the question persists. What do they do with Ball? Are they keeping Ball to run with Kniffle? But they got a lot of guards over there. They need to clean house. Hey, they want to trade Brandon Miller, They want to trade Brandon Miller. That's somebody that the Lakers need to keep in mind. The Knicks need to keep in mind. Milwaukee needs to keep in mind. Like, Knippel, Duke player, goes top 5. I did not think he was a top 5 talent. I got him in the top 20, maybe top 15, but top 5, he could dominate the pick and roll. He is a big guard. Oh, man. Welcome to the NBA, Mr. Knippel. Oh, man. This is going to be crazy. He got his little brothers in the house. All his little brothers behind the camera with him. And Big Brother is looking good. Salute to Knippel. Duke got 2 off the board. Backyard game. Knippel played well with Cooper Flagg. They bounced well off of each other. Now he got to go over here to Charlotte. Oh man, it's like a no squad to go to, bro. Like, I don't know how you could be happy about that. Knippel's balling. Cash, Kager, Khan, and Kinston. And Kidman. Yeah, that's the Knippel. That's the whole family. You're going to have a whole league. All of them going to be in the league. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. They did agree to a multi-year extension. Utah Jazz on the clock. What do we do here? What do we do here? Oh boy. Cause I done smoked a cigarette. Jazz on the clock. Another team that was hoping to get first pick and fell all the way down. pick is in. Let's go. Pick number 5. Yeah, Jazz take Ace Bailey, and he ends up going to Utah. Oh, man, you should have stayed in Philly. He was happy about that. Ace Bailey gets taken. Hold on. I realize I'm off right now. Hold on, I don't want those. Actually, I want them from Twitter. Ace Bailey taken by the Utah Jazz. I should have knew that. I should have knew that was gonna happen right there. You are talking about the ex-GM of the Boston Celtics out there in Utah. So it's official though. Concanepple goes to the Hornets. Let's get him on the board. And then Ace Bailey goes to Utah. Ace Bailey goes to Utah. They needed a player. So let's get Bailey's pictures now. I can't believe they got a picture of Edgecombe already with the squad. Philly gonna be all right, man. And it all depends on Embiid at the end of the day, but they're gonna be all right. Even if Embiid ain't there, they should be fine, bro. They should be. Let's see if I can get some more. Where's Wizards on the clock now. The poor Wizards. All right. Draft night fit check. Draft night plot twist. Kevin Durant and Houston roster. Kristaps, Drew Holiday, all those guys got traded. The NBA offseason has turned into Succession Meets NBA Street Volume 2. And just like that, tonight's draft war isn't just about upside. It's about upheaval. If this is NBA's future, whose past did we just watch? Welcome to the second apron era, where rich teams are running from the tax like it's cursed. Boston cut $260 million salary in under 48 hours with their trades, not retooling, not tweaking. This was financial exorcism at its best, and the question is, will they continue to break that team apart? Will they continue? Meanwhile, for the reigning NBA champions, yes, the OKC Thunder, they're calling draft war rooms. Why? Because Sam Presti, the visionary, isn't done. He's not rebuilding. He's stockpiling for a second banner. That's not hunger. That's championship greed. Respect it. That's Dynasty visionary stuff. And the Dynasty visionary begins. Thunder up, league down. For the first time in NBA history, a championship banner will rise in Oklahoma City and has been risen in Oklahoma City. Not LA, not Boston, not Miami, OKC. Let that settle in. And after your shot wears off, and if you're shot, and let it wear off, because it's your fault. Because the Thunder didn't just win. They built, rebuilt, and now they reign. Sam Presti, the architect of the clarity, says they laughed at his hoarding. 47 picks and no plan, they said. Delete the memes now. Burn the takes now. From the KD heartbreak to Westbrook chaos to the Harden regret, Presti patiently waited. He flipped star power into future-proof infrastructure. He didn't just survive. He scripted the future of the NBA, SGA, MVP Finals, season MVP, Finals MVP, Western League MVP, league's leading scorer, NBA's new face. As I watched yesterday, and people try to deny that he's the new face after he won a championship so convincingly. Yeah, they're trying to deny it. They was fit to want to give it to a non-champion from Minnesota. They was fit to give it to a non-champion from Memphis. And they struggling to hand it to the person that earned it. I see a lot of youthful hate toward SGA, and I don't understand it. Chet Holmgren's defensive unicorn, Game 7 monster, J-Dub, calm assassin, due for a new contract, only 23 years old though. Alex Caruso, two-time champion, a culture enforcer, clutch cornerstone. This wasn't luck, it was inevitable. Moment of clarity, dominance by design. 3 years ago, 24 wins, now a title, and 4 first-round picks this week. Other teams are selling off assets to pay rent. OKC, they're buying real estate in the next 5 finals. That's not rebuilding. That's dynasty engineering. And in respect to Halliburton's brilliance. But even before the Achilles pop, they were outgunned. OKC didn't avoid adversity. They metabolized it. And the NBA champs walk into draft night with a war chest tonight. Their options: trade up. Presti could flip multiple picks to move into the top 5. But the top 5 pick just got picked. And the top 6 pick just got picked. As Washington takes Trae Johnson out of Texas. Good pick for them. They just lost Jordan Poole in a trade 2 days ago, so they need to replace that guard. They got a very young squad over there. They're building something over there to get started. They got CJ McCollum to lead them now. Hopefully he's not injured. He's healthy, and he can do that. Now, so that means Presti ain't moving into the top 5. Could he move into the top 10 at some point? Stash and develop. Let the young bloods cook behind the vets. G League or international sleeper picks. A slow burn with high return. Or win now additions. Another Caruso type. A stretch 4. A backup big who can bang in May. It's all on the table. star hunting. Levine, Ingram, Trae Young, they have the capital to make the calls. The question is, do they even need to? They got a squad over there. I don't think they need a Levine. They don't need an Ingram. And Trae Young would be nice, but they don't even need that because they got the point guard of the NBA, present and future, and SGA, who seem to have figured out, bring his assist up to close out the series. And, yeah, impressive. This isn't flexibility. This is control of the whole league. Shai Alexander, the new standard. Let's give the man the crown, his crown. NBA MVP, Finals MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, scoring champion, first since MJ to do all of the above in one season. That's big by itself. So denying him the face of the league is really crazy. When he led the league in scoring, first to do it since MJ, MVP sweeped it, and they still having hard time accepting his greatness. That is an insult. That is an insult to the man, and I'm not going to let you do it from the fan. I'm not going to let you do it. So salute to SGA. Commercial media and their narrative setting is crock of nonsense. I don't understand why KD be challenging all these guys. Wait till half the league is doing what KD is doing. Knicks fans, blink twice if you need help. Drafting players without a head coach. Trading McCall, shopping Mitchell Robinson. As Dolans goes back in the building, Knicks do not have a first-round pick. This ain't culture. It's confusion and confusing. Brunson's prime is being wasted on vibes and vagueness. It's not a system. It's a shrug. Dallas won the number one pick with 1.8 odds after trading Luka narrative karma or lottery voodoo. As Rachel Nichols once said, this isn't the route to competitive balance. Nope. This is a route to ratings, and we all know it. And I gotta stand with her on it. That was her statement after the lottery, and that was where I stood after the lottery as well. It was pretty adamant. Well, here we are on the draft night. From draft to dynasty, so here we are. The champs are still hungry, the league is in flux, and the future is being picked, packaged, and pushed into timelines in real time. This is the NBA, this is chaos, and this is everything we live for as fans. Join the tribe, stay locked in, watch it all unfold, because Bang USA Sport, we celebrate the dreamers and call out the schemers. Thunder's up, the draft is live, and we are on the 7th pick. We are on the 7th pick. Need to put Ace Bailey on there. Need to put Ace Bailey up here. Ace Bailey goes to Utah at pick number 5. Kunka Nipple goes to Charlotte at pick number 4. And gotta get the picture for my boy. Trae Johnson goes number 6 to Washington. Oh, I should be able to get it right here. Why am I tripping right now? Why am I tripping right now? Yeah, here we go. Trae Johnson out of Texas. Good school. He could shoot. I remember him in the tournament this year. Dylan Harper's Big Ten All-Freshman, 3rd team All-Big Ten, All-Metropolitan Rookie of the Year, All-Metropolitan First Team, 3-time Big Ten Freshman of the Week, most points in the freshman season at Rutgers, and one-time Naismith National Player of the Week, February 24th. Averaged 19.4, 4.6 rebounds, and 4 assists a game. Not bad, not bad. 7 pick is on the board. Jeremiah Beers. Out of Oklahoma. Jeremiah Beers out of Oklahoma. This game is like like those 2 Chainz, ice cold. That was cute. That was cute. All right, so where we gotta go? We gotta go to the Utah pick, which is let's go ahead. Goodness gracious. Wow. Brooklyn on the clock. Uh-oh. Did Brooklyn just jump into the top 10? Uh-oh. Let's put this up. Next picture up. Eighth pick, Brooklyn Nets on the clock. Well, they probably gonna get rid of Claxton this year, right? So they gotta go big man. They can't just go. They better take McQueen and stop playing. They better take McQueen and stop playing. They not everybody trying to go for these guards. Yeah, they better take Derek McQueen and stop playing, man. In the new NBA, you need a center. And you need a stretch four. But you need a center. Ain't no damn Joker, Cat. You need a center. Here comes Brooklyn's pick. Edgar Deming from Moscow out of BYU. Wow. First Russian player to be drafted since 2015. Went in the top 10. Wow. I don't even know who that is. Edgar. Let's go images. Wow. I don't know who that is, man. I really don't. You know what? It don't surprise me. They have a Russian owner, right? So it don't surprise me that Brooklyn took a Russian player. They've probably been waiting for it for a long time. So salute to Brooklyn. They're like, McQueen, we got our guy. You could dead all that. We got our guy. Oh, man. Brooklyn Nets get their guy Edgar out of BYU. I don't know enough about him. I don't know about him, but he picked in the first round. Salute to Edgar. NBA Draft. Welcome to the NBA Draft. Live on Bang USA Sports. We are at the 9th pick. Now, Toronto Raptors on the clock. Uh-oh. Toronto Raptors on the clock. Then Hopper made the league. That's crazy. Yo. Let's see what they gonna do in Toronto. They got Quickly, they got RJ Barrett. They need a big and a guard. Quickly's a guard, but he's more of a shooter. He's not a setup man. Even though we ran him at the point here, he's just not that guy. Not that guy. Let's see what NBA.com got going on. For the draft. They should have a live something, a list or something. Yeah, they do. They do. It's right here. Oh, Houston Rockets got the 10th pick. That's crazy. And Portland right behind them, and then Chicago. OKC got a 15. Let's see. If they gonna get in, let's see if they can get in. Right now, it look like they've been boxed out of the top 10. They ain't make no moves. They got 15 players signed. There's no way they can use all those picks in the first round this year unless they're getting rid of guys. That means Caruso might be going. That means I doubt they do anything with Williams. They're not gonna mess up the championship core. Chet gonna be there. Williams gonna be there. SGA gonna be there. The rest of those guys, though, it might be a shift. Dort, all those guys, it might be time to move on. They got a championship. They could go warrant any check they want. What else? They do need another good player because teams are gonna make the adjustment this year, and they're not gonna be much like, you know what I mean. So let me get this share screen. Ninth pick is in. Ooh, Colin Murray Boyles from the University of South Carolina, a forward. Let's go. South Carolina, Colin Boyles. High school in South Carolina as a high schooler before traveling to Wasatch Academy in Mount Pleasant, Utah for his senior year. He averaged 15 points, 8 rebounds, top 100 prospect. Before enrolling at South Carolina, he spent 2 years at the University of South Carolina, experienced impressive growth between the freshman and sophomore seasons. Only averaged 10.4 a game, 5.7 rebounds in 19 starts, 28 appearances as a freshman, but he elevated his game to another level as a sophomore. 16.8, 8.3, 2.4. All right, that was a decent college numbers. 3 points under the number 2 pick. Okay, Colin Murray Boyle. Let's get him. Let's look. Let's go get him. Where's Boyle at? I need Boyle, guys. Let's go. Let's go, Mr. Boyle. South Carolina played good this year, too. Gotta get your picture up there, Mr. Boyle. Gotta get your picture up there, Mr. Boyle. Just get him up there. Just get him up there. Thank you. You got the right one this time. Good job. Oh, Mr. Boyle. Get up here now. Stop playing. Come on, Mr. Boyle. That's not. I don't like none of those pictures. There we go. That's better. That's better. That's better. That's better. What's that?
Probably your nephew. He went outside and he went to get the pizza.
Oh. There we go. That's better. Let's go, Mr. Boyle. Number 9th pick out of South Carolina, Boyle. Toronto goes to Toronto. At least he got picked, man. At least he got picked. Houston Rockets are on the clock. Where they trade the pick? Man, they traded to get that pick. They not trading the pick. They went out and got KD. What else they got? They got most of their whole squad. Jabari Smith, Eason. They only gave up Mr. Green, like, and a player, but yeah, they may need a closer. KD will get it back. Hey, Papa's boy. Papa. Hi, welcome home. You sleeping? KD, they need a closer, but is KD the closer that they need, though? Great player. I can't take nothing away from him. Will he be there in the playoffs with them? Is the question. Like, that's the big question. Like, will he be there? The big question. Like, come on, Malak out of Duke goes top 10 to Houston. Why the heck did they? That might mean Sangoon is out of there. But yeah, man. Come on, Malak out of Duke goes to Houston. Third Duke player to go off the board. All right. Oh, man. Come on, Malak goes to Houston Rockets. That's wow. All of them came out in the draft this year. Like, they had a good run in the tournament, though. You can't take that from them. But a top 10 pick, I never saw that coming, bro. I never saw that coming, bro. He's not that aggressive, but that's what Cooper Flagg do. He highlight the rest of his team, and he make everybody look good. And he had a good tournament, a decent tournament. But there's no way do I think he's better than McQueen. No way. No way. Better than Derek Queen, boy. No way. You know what that comes down to? It comes down to character, right? And who's easier to coach? When you talk about Ime Udoka. So that's not a surprising pick. He's picking high character, quality players to add to his team who got beat by Golden State Warriors. Can't feel weird about losing to the Warriors. They 4-time champions, man. Like, young guys are going to have a hard time with them every time, bro. And they had them on the wall. It's just that in them closeout games, they didn't win them. And, you know, I think they still had Curry in that matchup. I don't think he gets hurt until the next matchup. And when they got an active Curry, you got a problem, bro. That's just like people got to worry about LeBron. If he out there and he active, you got to worry about him. You got a problem. Now, has he slowed down? Yes. We was looking at, they said that LeBron don't really got a bag. He was really upset about that. Saying that he don't understand how people going to say he don't have a bag. But he fucking don't. He's big. He's 6'9", a phenom player. Anybody match up with him, they're going to have a problem with LeBron. But when you talk about dribble, crossover, setups, and all of that, LeBron don't got that, bro. He don't got that. And it's all right, LeBron. You didn't need it. You didn't need it. But to be mad about people calling that out, dude, go to work. I mean, you 40 now, but go to work, man. You just started hitting your three-point on consistency. You still having free throw issues. Like, it's a right to be flawed. It's a right for a phenom player, a superstar player to have some flaws. It makes you human. It's okay. Goodness gracious, you still scored 50,000 points. Yes, you did. But that don't mean you have a bag. That don't mean you have a bag. Let's be clear. My son enters the fray. Joining us. I think we are on pick 11 to Portland, who just traded for Holiday. Holiday seems to not be happy about that trade. Let's see what Portland does right now. Do they go get a guard? If they do, we know that they're moving on from Holiday. They're going to use Holiday as a package. They sent him back to Portland. I can't believe it. Cannot believe it. Who's this? What's going on, Swoop?
What I miss?
All right.
It's good.
We all knew Cooper Flagg was going number 1.
So he went one?
Yes.
Okay.
He went 1 to Dallas. San Antonio took Dylan Harper, Ron Harper's son.
Oh, I'm a San Antonio fan. It's over. It's over.
That's a great pick for them. Philadelphia didn't go with Ace Bailey. They went with VJ Edgecombe out of Baylor, the Bahamas player, 6'4" guard.
I don't know. I don't like him, to be honest. He athletic. I'm surprised he that high value. Like, I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't think he would. I mean, he was a top 10, saved to go top 10, but he wasn't better than Bailey. Bailey had way more talent than him.
That nigga not even better than Kanye Anthony.
Ooh, that's a good look. Um, and then surprisingly, Charlotte goes with Concanippo out of Duke.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, that's your man too. I'm surprised because I fucks with him, but I said we're gonna see what happens.
So what that mean, boy, on the trading block?
That nigga is not replacing Ball.
Shit.
That nigga is not replacing Ball. Shit. Hell no. Niggas is shit. And I know anybody around the league love to get long. I mean,
Yo, Charlotte, I don't know what their problem is. They take guards. They take too many guards in every draft.
right.
And I don't think they ever have a plan. I'm surprised Concanippo went top 5. Like, you know
Me
what I mean?
too. I already told you how I feel about him. Top 5. That's crazy. Top 5, even over Ace Bailey. Like, come on.
Bailey went to Utah at the 5th pick.
Utah.
And he seemed pretty happy about it, too. I don't think
Because only reason I'll say he happy because they all young over there.
Right.
But at the same time, them niggas ain't going nowhere. They're not doing nothing.
They need some more work over there. Yeah,
They're not doing nothing.
But he seemed pretty happy about it. I don't think he wanted to go to Philly. And it's quite frankly, that don't surprise me. Philly has blown the draft and messed up a lot of players for a long time, bro. Like from the Ben Simmons to what's the kid name? The Porter kid to what was the kid's name? The point guard that they messed with his shot and he never was the same. Nah.
False. Marcus False. False.
Yeah.
Yep. And Carter. They had Carter.
Yeah. So players been watching that and agents been watching that and yeah, y'all not ready. I know y'all got Embiid, but y'all don't know what y'all doing with Embiid. You know what I mean?
Embiid don't know what he's doing with himself right now.
Right.
Like nothing against him, it's just his body. Like it's just his body.
That's a fact.
So what they draft at right now?
Trae Johnson goes to Washington Wizards.
Oh, that's crazy. I feel like they got rid of a Jordan Poole and got a Jordan Poole type shit. Just a taller one.
They had to replace Jordan Poole, 6'5" guard out of Texas. New Orleans Pelicans take Jeremiah Fears out of Oklahoma, guard, 6'3". Brooklyn Nets go European. They go Russian. Edgar Demon out of BYU, 6'8" Russian forward. Toronto Raptors take Colin Murray Boyle out of South Carolina, 6'7" forward. He was pretty happy to go there, and now this is gonna blow your mind.
That's the center. I ain't know he entered the draft.
Colin Murray, yeah, it might have been their center.
No. I'm talking about the 10th pick.
Yeah, 10th pick. Kamal Mala
he went to Phoenix
out of Duke and got traded to Phoenix. So that was part of that trade package for Kevin Durant. So there you go. They got their center. Phoenix got their center. Top 10.
You gotta see how he do.
Yeah, I don't think he was a top 10 pick. He was no way better than Queen to me. Like, I don't believe Queen fell out of the top 10. And the Florida center too. Like
I told you, Queen was falling out the top 10 because they said how he did at the combine or some shit.
Oh man! And then Portland Trailblazers took Cedric Coward just now. I don't know enough about Cedric Coward out of Washington State, 6'5" guard forward, and Chicago's on the clock. So yeah, man, 3 Duke players in the top 10.
There's still a lot of picks out there. I'm just not in the loop.
A lot of people left, man.
I'm just not in the loop fully.
Like, where does Clayton go now? Where does
pull up and see who's still on the clock, who's still out there to get picked up. They ain't got no list of that. Who haven't got drafted?
Prospects? Let's see. Here we go. We got nope. That's just the prospects. Who's left though?
Yeah. Ace Billy. Somebody from Australia. Missouri, Oregon.
Let's go guard. Let's do it by positions.
Oh, and what's his name from Florida? Shouldn't he be nice?
Yeah, Walter Clayton got to be going top 15. I don't know where he going though. Then you got the Kentucky guard Kobe Bria. Then you got Edgecombe went, Fears went, Dylan Harper. Oh yeah, Dylan Harper went. Who's the guy from Duke? The point guard from Duke. He's still out there. Proctor. Proctor's still out there. Let me see the centers. That's a big man need to be getting off the board now, man. I don't know what they doing. Let's go with height. Maxine Reynolds, Nate Biddle. Damn, who else? Danny Wolf from Michigan. He was supposed to go top 10. I don't even know what happened with that. Derek Queen.
That's what I'm saying. Look how they got Derek. Look how they got McQueen man low on the list now. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, right. Danny Wolf plays two positions. I see what you're saying. Yeah, Derek Queen played two positions. Edgar Demon. Rasheed Fleming out of St. Joseph. Micah Peavy out of Georgetown. The Connecticut guys, your team, Liam McKinley. That's McNeely.
McNeely, yeah, where he at?
He ain't get drafted yet. He was supposed to be going top 15 though, so we'll see what happens with him.
Yeah.
Chicago Bulls pick is in.
Bro.
Noah Essengay out of France. European player. Oh no, what is going on?
Chicago went overseas.
Why did they do that? There's enough prospects here. Why did they do that?
Well, who you wanted them to get?
That's Chicago. That's a major city, man. Everybody need to be taking these big men off the board, man. You ain't gonna do nothing without a stretch four now, like all five.
McQueen could play that four. He ain't as big as Cousins, but I feel like he could play like a DeMarcus Cousins, man. He get a little more bounce in him. Like, but that's the shit. It's like teams. I don't know. It depends on the team. What they looking for.
They got the Kobe's. They got Kobe White. They got a squad of guards. They do need a big man, bro. Like,
yeah.
And they need a wing player since they lost Levine. That's crazy.
Right. Niggas went overseas.
18 years old. I'm not mad at the overseas guys. I noticed that they kind of force overseas guys to get picked.
They might be looking for a trade. They might be trying to work something else out. I don't know. We gonna see.
That could be true, but they be seeing Jokic's and Lukas and they be thinking
Yeah, but those guys, those guys were projected because of how young they was playing in the sport. Like, you know what I mean? They was pro at 15 and 16 years old. Like, so you kind of know those guys are coming. These guys, I never heard of this guy.
He probably got a name though. He got, man. Just
Mm-hmm.
like the nigga from last year that went first. Nobody know who the hell he was. That went to the Wizards.
Oh man, I can't even get no pictures up there. I take this one off. Put this one up. And I'll start going backwards on it. I don't know, man. He only what's his size? 6'9", 194 pounds, only 18 years old. He's
That's a
6'9".
win.
Yeah, that's wild, right there.
That's a win right there.
That's a win.
Definitely a win.
That's a win. Started playing pro level in third tier French basketball league with Pau France in 2021-22 season. Spent 2 years with the team, signing with a bigger club in Germany. Prior to the start of this year, he spent first year with the club. What was his averages? 18.6, 8 rebounds and 2 assists per game. Not bad. In 28 minutes. Not bad. Stands out as soon as he steps on the court, looking like a player who NBA ready based on his size and elite athleticism.
Okay.
Frenchman is forward with plenty of tools on both ends of the court. Okay.
Sound like Charlotte should have picked him up.
Yeah, right? Like, oh, man. They keep going for guards and shit. Like, wow. San Antonio on the board again. And 2 picks.
Yeah, the Spurs definitely about to win the chip song.
Atlanta Hawks on the clock now. They only won 34 games last year, man.
Bro, 5 years they gonna win the chip. Within 5 years, them niggas gonna win the chip. They keep that squad and get a couple whatever. You got Fox, you got Harper. They develop him right. You got Wemby.
That's just it. They got Stephen Castle too. Who runs the guard? You gonna bring Dylan Harper off the bench?
Nah, he can run it too.
But you got Fox there.
Fox at the 1.
So then what about Stephen Castle? He's not really big enough to go to the 3.
That nigga gonna get traded.
Yeah, there you go.
But you know, right now, you know, it's Harper first year. I don't know if he gonna walk in and take niggas spots, but
right.
I like that nigga game. Like, he nice. Like,
yeah, my boy was rookie of the year. Almost won the slam dunk contest too. Stephen Castle. I'm talking about. So that nigga pretty nice.
Oh, well, like I said, they keep them together. Sign work out. Like, shit.
Yeah, they're gonna see if it worked first, and then somebody will get traded. You got Wemby. They got what they need, a power forward now.
I gotta look at their lineup. I forget, and they got somebody. I can't remember who.
They got that.
They got Fox. I thought they got somebody else in the trade.
They got that forward that start with a V. What's the name?
I know they got that SOCON nigga, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got the SOCON. They got Wemby. They got Fox, right?
Well, they took. There you go, Derek Queen to Atlanta.
We went.
With Trae Young.
But Atlanta just took fucking Kristaps in a trade. Like, I don't understand that right there.
Right. They probably gonna trade him.
Derek Queen, they gonna trade?
Or one of them. Niggas probably getting Kristaps out the league. He got his chip. He about to retire soon.
That's a fact. They got a backup for him right now. Derek Queen gonna sit Kristaps down. The unicorn is done, man. The unicorn is done. Derek Queen to the Hawks. All right.
That's not bad.
That ain't bad. They needed him.
It's not bad. He could run a pick and roll. He could catch and swing the ball like he could pass like.
Kid from Baltimore, he got a lot of guts, man. Like.
They saying dropped too crazy. He went 13.
Yeah, he dropped out of the top 10.
No, I gotta see McNeely go.
Yeah.
So not they whole starting 5 from high school, not in the draft, right? I know the one PG stayed. I think that was in Baylor, but he going to BYU or something now.
Yeah.
And then I forgot about their power forward. I don't know where he at. I don't know if he was in Wichita State or what. I don't know if he's in the draft this year.
They all didn't come out. Only Queen.
Nah. I know the point guard didn't come out for sure because he getting a bag in college.
Right.
Like he getting a bag, so he stayed. He's smart. He know what it is.
Yeah, NIL changes everything now. You know what I mean?
He's nice though.
NIL changes everything. People are staying in college now. Drafted by Memphis Grizzlies and traded. Oh, by a proposed trade. So the Grizzlies traded who this week?
I don't know.
Who did the Grizzlies trade this week? They ain't trade Zion. They traded
the Grizzlies, or you mean not the Grizzlies? You mean New Orleans?
Nah, the Grizzlies. They traded somebody. Oh, Bane. They traded Bane.
Oh yeah, Bane.
Yeah, they traded.
And part of that trade was the number 11 pick who picked Cedric Coward.
They got 5 draft picks off that deal.
Yeah, I know. That's it. So their first one is Cedric Coward from Washington State. So he's going. That's a guard. That's a guard going. I guess Bane was a guard too, right? I think Grizzlies is setting up to move off of Ja Morant.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see though.
We'll see. They do that. They do that. Their money gonna go down.
Yeah, that city need Ja Morant. That city need Ja Morant, and they need to recognize it and don't hate it. They need to embrace that. Like,
support son. Keep him there. Make him want to stay.
They started wilding when Ja Morant got caught with the guns and all that.
They did.
And now all of a sudden they talking about Memphis ain't a safe city, but they ain't make that argument for Ja Morant. You know what I mean? So I got a problem with that right there. Like,
Memphis been popping. Just because Ja flashed the gun don't make Memphis popping. It's just the media see it that way or something.
Nah, the media, they raved on Ja because he got caught with the gun in the club, and then he got caught with the gun again in the car on social media. But he never got caught with the gun. It's the cameras are catching him. Like,
and then he got caught. Then he got caught up in some shit with his mom or some shit at the mall with somebody too.
Right, he ran up on somebody that was disrespecting his mom and shit.
So now he looked like a thug.
So they was trying to say, you know, that he was thugging, but not once did they say that that's a very dangerous city and Ja Morant is just living, you know, how he has to live. Not once. And then suddenly, 3 years later, the media want to harp on how dangerous Memphis is, and no NBA player wants to go there. And John Morant came out mad about that statement. He was mad because he like, don't be talking about this city like that, because you know what I mean? Nobody ever thought about me like that anyway, and the city ain't that bad because they love him out there in Memphis. They love John Morant out there in Memphis, but
Right.
you know what I mean? Hey, he's just good for that city, period. Like, that's a fact. I was hoping Ace came in for a little while.
Where he at?
He ain't coming. He probably taking it down. It's 9:40. He probably sleep. No, that man go to sleep early. But I'm glad you came in. Thanks for coming in. I figured you would though. I like, yeah, he knows basketball. He'll come in and just to see what's going on.
I'm just mad. I don't really know too much on who's in the draft and what team need what right now. You know what
Right.
I mean?
So the Spurs take, who did the Spurs take? They took Carter Bryant out of Arizona, 6'7", 215. That's mellow size right there, man. That's mellow size right there. Carter Bryant. I don't know nothing about him. Grew up in California, Riverside, California.
Riverside.
Had a great high school career. Top 100 camp. Damian Lillard. Zero elite camp. Participated in U.S. basketball, junior national team. Went to Jason Tatum's elite camp, Nike Skills Academy. Averaged 22 and 13. Whoa. 4 assists and 3 blocks. 1 steal. That's dominant numbers right there, man. 6'7" and a bouncy athletic 3-and-D player with upside for further offensive growth. He's an especially strong shot blocker for wing player and has a high upside overall defensive playmaker. Okay, Carter. Went to the Spurs. That's they forward right there. That's they forward. Oh yeah, they gonna move off of all their guys, man. All the guys that's there, they expect them to be getting cut or trade. That's what I want to see. I want to see the Spurs roster.
We gotta see who's gonna be retiring and shit too. I'm pretty sure somebody gonna, you know what I mean? You know, a lot of niggas about to get fucked over, making a lot of money, ain't gonna be making it no more.
Yeah, they got the Devin Vessel nigga. They got such a young squad. They got the Julian Champagne nigga, small forward. He look like he's 6'7" too. Like they have Charles Bassey, the center, 24 years old, 6'10". Stephen Castle, the point guard, rookie of the year, 20 years old, 6'6". Harrison Ingram, small forward, 6'5", 22 years old, but they ain't make no noise, so these guys are going to be gone, right? De'Aaron Fox, he's the point guard. Harrison Barnes is probably out of there. They probably could get some capital for him.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Here, another one that's probably about to retire type shit. Like,
Right. 33, though. He ain't retiring. Not yet. 33. He got a couple of years left. He got to try to win one. You got Sandro Mamuklavici, power forward, 26 years old, 6'9". I don't know what he's going to do, but he's a power forward. So if Harrison Barnes is gone, he probably gets to stay. Then they had Jordan McLaughlin. He's 29, too old to be the guard. They got Chris Paul. I forgot they had Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul, yeah.
Victor Wembanyama, Bismack Biyombo. He's probably leaving. Raleigh Minix. They got mad young players, bro. David Duke Jr. from last year. Keldon Johnson from last year. He was nice in college. I don't know what happened when he got out there. And Blake Wesley. The only niggas I seen play good for them is Devin Vassell, Stephen Castle. We know what De'Aaron Fox is. Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, you're right. Like 3 years, they'll be pushing for a chip.
I told you. I told you.
They're young enough, and they just got to get the right veterans in there for them.
And Chris Paul there with all those young guards.
Right.
With Fox.
Nah, that's...
Like, you know what I mean?
Oklahoma City Thunder on the clock. The champions on the clock at 15.
Yo, I don't know if this shit was real, but you seen how they show like nobody was at the OKC parade? Niggas making that shit a deal. Like, nigga, that shit ain't New York.
I think
nigga.
OKC is a small ass city anyway, right?
It says like 10,000 people out there, and they was comparing it to the last couple parades.
Right.
Or millions of people.
Can't compare it to the major cities, bro.
Right. That's what I said.
They just got their first one out there, like.
Like mad little kids about to start playing basketball more right now from out there.
Yeah. They win again. Watch how thick it be out there.
Yup, that's what I said.
Cause then you start having people travel to the city to catch the parade, like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, they on Dynasty watch. They got their first one, but they on Dynasty watch. They got their core together. They got 4 picks in today's draft. 3 of them first rounders.
Now, you think that core gonna stay together?
Yes, I think that.
Think Williams? You think Williams gonna want to stay?
Yes,
stay
he only 23 years old. Yes, he is. He just won a chip with
So
SGA.
you don't think if a team offered him a role, he not gonna take it?
Nope. I think him and Chet safe. The rest of them is fool. The Lou Dorts, all of them gonna leave. They gonna all chase money. Caruso, all of them, they all gonna get offered bags. Caruso's a 2-time champ now. He just solidified his championship. So they was talking about he had the bubble championship, right? So
right.
Now he just solidified himself. Now team's gonna have to offer him a bag. You know what I mean?
Shit, Caruso getting old.
He is.
Facts.
He is.
That is a fact.
He is. Hey, puppy.
I'm saying, I remember niggas be getting old. Niggas don't be really getting old for more money. Shit. If you ain't the star.
Yeah, I get it, but Caruso played a key role. He played a key role in helping balance the stars. Like, you know what I mean? When they was
He's a great ass role player.
Yeah, he is.
That's what I'm saying. Them niggas don't really get that money when you get older.
Shit.
That's when they start calling you, yo, come take this.
Shit, quick. You know, they was on $15 million contract. As long as you're going to give me 30, I'm straight. 28, I'm straight. You know what I mean? Like, that's 15 more. Like, per year, for a role player, like, whoa.
I don't know.
Because
niggas get older, get 5.
Look at Hartenstein. Hartenstein was playing for the Knicks I think we had him at like 13 a year. After that season, they offered him 20, 25 or some shit. We wasn't giving him that. So he left. And he went to OKC, got $80-something million and won a chip, my nigga. Like, you think they ain't going to offer him more money now? Like,
nigga, Hartenstein is younger.
Yeah, he is.
He's a big man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's 2 different roles. A big man and a role player, that's 2 different roles. Like,
I'm saying Caruso could very much
end
up like in a role like in Houston. What's this guy in Houston name? The point guard.
Van Fleet.
right? They gave him the bag to come from Toronto to go out to Houston to play with them young guys, and just to get them in line, show them how to chase it. So he got. That's what I mean. I think he could get a
Like
role
Chris
like
Paul.
that.
That's how I said. Like Chris Paul doing with on the Spurs. If they could get
Yeah,
him
Paul
going with
has
that.
gotten a bag after bag after bag, and now he's getting mentor money. Like,
He's a good mentor.
Smart dude, bro.
He mess with Shea.
That's what he said. Shea said he wouldn't be the player he is if he didn't have that mentor year from CP3.
That's what CP3 was a low key. He's a mentor, man.
He said if he didn't have that mentor year on the Clippers, he wouldn't be the player he is today. He stepped up his game like
that's crazy.
As a point guard. You could see it. He started trying to direct it. He started trying to direct the team after a point. Like he
But
like,
this
you
is
know
what I'm
what?
saying. This is what
I'm
I'm saying.
scoring
With,
all these
like,
points and we losing. Here, go
Chris
score.
Paul only made his contract 13 mil.
Yeah.
Only 13 mil. Niggas ain't getting like no 30 mil. Like,
Right.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, he got his big checks already, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Niggas getting older, them contracts don't go up.
Yeah.
That's why that's LeBron.
They said Reeves might be on the trading block, and the Lakers might be looking to grab.
Caruso making more than Paul right now. And Caruso only 31. Remember, Chris Paul 40. This nigga been in the league 20 years already.
Yeah, so, Caruso only like what, 31?
31. He 31.
Yeah, he got like 2-3 years in him left.
He probably got 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So he making 18. So I could see him getting a contract like his next one, probably for like the next 2-3 year contract.
Yeah, he can get a $25 million bag.
And then after that, you know what I mean?
Listen, RJ Barrett got 27, bro, from Toronto.
Yeah, but sometimes these niggas get this money because they ain't got no choice but to get the money. These teams got to get these niggas the money to fill a roster. Like, then they just get it past the debt on to another team.
Quickly got $100 million, man, for
that's what I'm
4
saying.
years, like with Toronto, bro. Like, and you don't hear them doing nothing, like, you know what I mean? So I think this kid, he's the 2-time champion. He could get at least day money, you know what I mean? That type of money but he gotta go. That's the role he gonna have to take.
Yeah, but then
go
again,
to Utah or something.
Then again, quickly and this nigga quickly getting that money 4 or 5 years, whatever it is, he ain't doing nothing after that. He ain't gonna be seeing no money.
Nope, he gonna get like $5 million check, $5 million a year. He was mad at the Knicks for not paying him $100 million.
But Caruso definitely got value though.
We the ones who paid fucking RJ Barrett. The Knicks fucking paid RJ Barrett and fucking traded his ass. They just took his contract from us.
That's what I'm saying. Teams sometimes it's like they got no choice but to give certain niggas money. Like teams be like, damn, how this nigga getting all that money? He ain't even like that. It's like they gotta fill them books.
It was what he was projected to get, and he didn't play bad, but he didn't play up to his projection.
He didn't play up to it at all. Yeah. He didn't play up to shit. And Cam Reddish, same shit.
I got mad at the Knicks because we could say that but at least RJ averaged 24 in the playoffs with us. But we lost. You know what I mean? And Bridges didn't even average. I think he was not even averaging 18. OG not averaging 18. Like, you know what I mean? These guys is averaging 15 points a game, so both of them averaging 15. That's 30. RJ had 24 points a game, like, you know what I mean? Like, already. Imagine how he would have been in our offense right now.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, what pick we on? Memphis. Well, who they picked?
What they gonna get? What Memphis need a forward?
Oklahoma City took Thomas Sorber. Who the fuck is that? Out of Georgetown. 6'9", 263. It's going to be a center. Wow. Let's see who Thomas Sorber is.
Out of 6'7", 6'9".
Grew up in New Jersey before transferring from Archbishop Ryan High School in Pennsylvania, where he emerged as a 4-star recruit. Chose Georgetown over Miami and Villanova. Sorber made most of his limited time in college earning third-team All-Big East and Big East All-Freshman team honors after averaging 14.5, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal and a half a game, 31 minutes a game. Great low post scorer who was active on defense. He was willing to shoot open three-pointers in college, but the results weren't there despite solid mechanics. He's not a stretch five. He's a in the box player, and that's okay. But they just got a big man in OKC. So what does that mean? Who they had over there? They had Chet and who else? Who was backing up? Oh, I mean Hartenstein is out of there.
See?
Hartenstein is out of there, bro.
I'm saying niggas get that money and they just pass that shit on to another team. Like,
yeah,
that's why I noticed. Well, that's why niggas get money they don't deserve sometimes, bro. They just gotta fill them boots.
But they gave him the money. They paying him over $80 million for 4 years, right?
It wasn't a bad deal though for them.
Nah, that wasn't a bad deal. They got the chip. He put in the work. He played well in the playoffs. It just now we went and got a younger version of that. Now, do you keep him for a year and then trade him halfway through this year, or so you can train your young guys, or do you trade them right now to take the money off the books? They are slotted.
I keep him.
They got 15.
I keep him. Ain't no.
They got 15 people on the contract.
Yo, bro, listen. I'm not unless. I'm a call a team a meeting. Like, yo, listen, if y'all got a problem with the way Shea played, if y'all can't play better with that shit, if y'all don't like him doing whatever with the ball, let me know. Y'all could go. Cause like you got to, you got to get somebody that chemistry. You have to rebuild that whole chemistry. Why rebuild the chemistry if you don't have to?
Western plays slow.
Why rebuild if you don't have to? Adding to the squad to make the team better, cool. That's what in practice and shit. Like, but
because Presti, first of all, Presti's done an amazing job. I hinted toward that in my intro today. He built the KD, Westbrook. They got real close to this point. They didn't get over that point. He fucking had to rebuild after them. The Harden scramble, the KD mess up, and he rebuild. He makes that trade for Shea. He all those picks. He had 49 picks. And they said he didn't have a plan, and he comes back to the gate, puts this team together, and they win a chip. I have faith in him, but he got 3 first-round picks today. They got 15 people on the roster already. In order to sign these 3 picks, 3 people got to leave. We got to fix. What I'm playing is.
But they got time for that, though.
In order to sign these picks, though, to their contracts, 3 people got to leave. So what I'm thinking is, all right, I'm trying to think what Sam Presti's thinking. Who's on their way out? $80 million off the books is a good play. They just went and picked up a center. I think they're not getting rid of Chad. They're not gonna get rid of Chad. You know what I mean? So
they can't, bro.
Hartenstein is up.
I say that shit, bro, because me, like, this as a fucking basketball fan, that shit pisses me off when people win and they break up the fucking team, bro. That shit pisses me the fuck off.
Because it's business, though.
I know. But it'd be like, yeah, when you could keep those certain pieces, like, why get rid of them?
So you would pay over the luxury tax and pay the extra fine monthly or whatever, however it goes, to keep the team exactly how it is? My son says, yeah.
Nah. I would have to see. Like I said, I wasn't trying to get rid of the whole team, but if a
Right.
one or two, you know what I mean, cool. But like some of the main pieces, I feel like, especially as far as with the bigs, I wouldn't want to tamper with that. I wouldn't want to tamper with that. I'm gonna be honest, like
Because you
every
got
big
to
don't
think
want to play. Every
everybody's
big
gonna
can't play with a
adjust
Shea.
the team to challenge the winner. So everybody's gonna look to make a team that can challenge OKC now, and they need a big. They need just when the Nuggets was the guy, they need to make a team that could challenge the Nuggets. They needed a big. You know what I mean? Everybody's gonna need a big. That's why I don't understand how Queen went after the top 10. I'll be taking the bigs from here on out. You know what I mean? As I see Joe
Like
Berger,
only thing I would adjust for OKC, because you got to understand too, maybe OKC got lucky too because of the way the bracket was. Who knows if they would have got out the first
that's
round playing another team? So they might have to work around predicting if they gonna have to run into Jokic in the first round or Rockets with KD in the first round. Now you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they beat a lot of good teams in
so
their bracket though.
that's what
Like
I'm saying. You still got to see what the league is doing, and then I'm trying to, sometimes you got to move quicker than niggas, but I'm trying to adjust off of that.
after you win though, you set the stage. So the league is gonna adjust to you now. Like the Lakers and all them trying to adjust to beat OKC. Like they it's crazy. Before everybody was trying to beat the Warriors.
I
Like
think the Lakers got fucked over too though because they didn't get that big man though. That fucked them over too in that trade.
that's their fault.
Yeah, that fucked up their whole plan. I don't know what. Know what
I
I
don't
mean?
know though. I kind of agree with the back out because what did we go get Connect for? He was the 17th pick in last year's draft. Why didn't they play him all year? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? And then you didn't have no faith in him in the playoffs to go to him. He was supposed to be your shooter. Like,
And that's crazy because he was supposed to go to Charlotte, and Charlotte basically drafted him.
right. So Charlotte like send him over here. Here, take the big man. Then we realized the big man got a little injury and we used it. But I really think that LeBron said, nah, don't get rid of Connect. Like, they like, yo, we got Luka. We don't need him no more. You know what I mean? But Connect, I think he's the key piece that they missed last year when they lost and this year. Like, they need a shooter. They need a shooter that can put it in. Reeves stepped up his game this year. I think he played himself into a tradable position because the Lakers don't have draft picks and shit to trade. Let me see. Let me see what's going on. What's going on?
But yo,
Daniel Anderson selected 16th overall by the Grizzlies. Who else?
shit, I'm about to take it down though, bro.
All right, bro.
I'm
Thanks
gonna
for
talk to
coming
you later.
in. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna just try to finish this draft and then I'll take it down too.
Okay, Mala.
Salute.
Out.
Western Plays, I see you in my chat, man. Go ahead, man. Go off. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're having fun. I don't know who you was talking about right there. That's why I put it on the screen. But let me take this back real quick. Let's step back one. Joan Berenger, Hassan Yang from China went to the Grizzlies. I think that's a bad pick, but whatever. I said go big men, right? So the last 5 picks been big men. Six picks been big men. 18, Washington Wizards on the board again. Wizards looking to try to make some noise. Let's see what Joan Berenger is about. Joan Berenger, 6'11", Slovenia, France player. Strasbourg, France, 10 years old. At 10 years old, he grew up playing soccer, claimed to have never touched the basketball until summer of 2021. And look, he make the NBA. Because of his size, adept at using athleticism and quick first step to face up and blow by slow-footed big men. At 6'11", he scores primarily as a lob threat and a cutter and a pick and roll, but he's also capable of winning passers in a short roll. Normal for him to improve. He just learned how to play basketball. I remember when Embiid said that, right? And he just started playing at 16 years old, and things he learned and got better at. But I don't know. Joan Berenger, salute. Welcome to the league. Jan Henson, Thomas Sorber, Carter Bryant. I know we was talking, but that's what happens when we have a dialogue. Derek Queen, welcome to the NBA, y'all. Welcome to the NBA. Salute to y'all families, your parents and all. Salute to them for the sacrifice they put in for y'all. And salute to y'all for doing it, man. Congratulations, man. Graduation. That's the big time graduation right there. It's the big time. That's why I like watching the draft, to see it all, right? Like, that's what it's all about. So Washington Wizards on the clock. They had the 6th pick, 18, which is now in the 40th pick in this year's draft. So they'll be off for another 22 picks after this. So who they better make this count. And there's a lot of good people. A lot of good prospects still left, y'all. A lot of great prospects still left, man. Nate Hansen went. Dylan Harper went. Cole Holkman. Sion James is still out there. Another Duke player. Connecticut players are still out there. Yeah. Liam McNeely still out there. Who else? A lot of players out here, man. Proctor's still out there. In the first round, got 12 picks away from the end of the first round. That's a lot of picks, man. And it took the 2 hours, and it's cool, man. That's cool. But imagine they used to do both rounds. That's 4-5 hours you watching the draft. Tomorrow they'll do round 2. And I'll see if I can get here in time to do round 2 for y'all. Pick is in. Who is this? Oh yeah, you got Clayton still on the board. You got the Florida Center still on the board. You got people on the board, y'all. Y'all got a lot of people on the board, bro. I want to know who ain't going out in the first round. Who's sitting in this crowd that's not gonna get selected tonight? That is so foul, bro. And if it happens to you, you don't get. I know it's easier said than done, but don't get discouraged. Tomorrow is another day. You come back and you get drafted. You come in the league and you show everybody where they messed up. You know what I mean? If you don't get drafted, you come in the league anyway. You come in undrafted like Mitch Robinson. We're going to see what Washington doing right here. This is their last pick for the night. Trae. $11 to Jan Hassan. So Jan Hassan goes to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, the Grizzlies. Sending Coward. Or getting Coward. Walter Clayton Jr. I knew it.
Just said it. We just were saying it. Walter Clayton Jr. goes to Washington.
I knew it.
So it's Washington?
After Jordan Poole got traded, I knew they were looking for a new.
Nah, they took somebody already. They got 2 guards. Let me tell you. Let me see how it went. I'll tell you right now what they did. They took Trae Johnson from Texas. Trae Johnson and Walter Clayton. That is a big backcourt right there. A young backcourt. Ooh, no wonder they got rid of Poole. Oh, my goodness. They had new plans over there. They got new plans over there. They got a little squad now, a young little squad. The backcourt going to be devious. Their backcourt going to be devious. Wow, Walter Clayton Jr. goes to Washington. So they got a little, they putting a little team together now. They gotta get their bigs in. They done for the night. That's a dope ass backcourt to go sit on for the night. Like, I'm just talking about it. Clayton Jr., he's out there. His big man still out there. Like, oh yeah, he can shoot and he can create. He like a Cade Cunningham. He like a smaller Cade though. Like he can shoot though. We seen it in Wow. Georgetown Hoyas get a guy to the champion team. Thomas goes to the champion team. Oh man. Proposed trade to Utah. Don't tell me Clayton going to Utah. What hat he got on? They say Wizards? Yeah, Wizards. Okay. That's some new shit. That's what to watch now. I'm looking for the other logo. Look. Who's that? Who's that? Not the girl. I was talking about the guy. That's LeBron's agent. So that's his agent. What's his name though? Like, it's not Maverick Carter. It's the other one. Clutch Sports. He signed to Clutch Sports. Like LeBron. Those guys did their thing, man. Salute to Clutch Sports. They just coming in. They got all the young culture, entertainment, sports stars, girls, sports stars, all levels. Like, they starting to get everywhere. But basketball, they got in the bag. Yeah, these guys are happy. Salute to Clayton. He already got a kid and all that. Wow. Daddy just made the big leagues. Daddy just made the big leagues, little girl. All right, what's going on? Brooklyn Nets on the clock. 19th pick. Trae. Nolan Trae out of France. That's like 4 French players drafted tonight. Third French player tonight. Oh man, Clayton went before him, but oh man. Joe Dumas, the new GM of the Pelicans, going to work tonight in his first season as a new GM. Going to start to build the team under his vision. I'm surprised he didn't have more trades going tonight. We'll see what he do in the next couple of days. OKC I can't believe the rich get richer. OKC, boy. Thomas Sorber out of Georgetown. Top 15 pick. Yikes. Watch out. OKC got stronger. Six-eight wingspan. What is he doing? What Trae already doing, man? Nolan Trae, whole France, third tier French basketball progression was noticeable in 3 years. He's been with the club. Only 2 points in that year. That figure to improve to 11. Then you bring it up to 11 points, 1.7 rebounds, 5 assists a game. Of course, 22 minutes. Okay. Scott's rave about Trae's potential athleticism as he's a player who looks more than ready to play at the NBA level from a physical perspective. He has excellent vision for his age, above average speed, and elite acceleration. Makes him the fastest player in the class. Maybe one of the fastest players ever if he's drafted. But you know he got drafted. He needs reps. They just keep comparing him to Scoot Henderson and John Wall. They keep talking about his speed, his speed. Like, Kenny ball though. You know what I mean? Kenny ball though. No disrespect. Kenny ball though. Let's go back to the draft board. Miami Heat is on the board. Let's see what Miami and Pat Riley do right now. They gotta be thinking big man. If they thinking about moving on from Bam, they gotta be thinking big man. They've been taking shooter after shooter after shooter every year, and they're not panning out. So it won't surprise me if they take another shooter, but they need to be thinking big man, bro. There's a top 20 pick. There's some people out here. They need to be thinking big man here. Let's see what Pat do. Pat going for character. Somebody he could throw under the leash for a couple of years. The 20th pick, you could get that. Who Miami take? Who Miami gonna take, son? Fleming? I don't like it. Who are gonna? Oh, they need to take McNeely. That's who Pat Riley going for, or Danny Wolf. Take Danny Wolf. He could be a backup center, forward. He's a white boy. He ain't gonna give you problems, attitude problems. Got good character. Oh man. And what I mean by calling out his race, meaning he's a shooter. Yeah, you know what I mean? This is basketball reference. He's a shooter. He's a big man. He got moves in the post. Like, if you don't know, I know what I'm talking about. Like, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, they take Kasparas. Jakatonis from Lithuania. Salute. Welcome to the NBA. Guard. And guess what? Yep. He's the white boy. He's the shooter. I tell you, Riley gonna take the shooter. He did it with Duncan. He did it with Hawkins. He did it. You know what I mean? He gonna take the shooter, bro. Like, Pat Riley he is one cut out of a different cloth, bro. Like, they looking for their Luka. Miami looking for their Luka right now. What does that mean for Miami? What guards do they got over there? I gotta move out the way because Here comes Kristaps. And Kristaps going to play 15 a game, 5 rebounds, almost 5 assists a game. That's what they need. Out of Illinois, what I tell you, the shooter. I bet he is. The shooter. Assist, okay. Nice assist. Ooh, to the leg assist. Ooh, okay. 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 Okay, Kristaps, I see you. Salute to Kristaps, Pat Riley. He good. He needed, man. Like, it was bad. It was bad. What does that mean, though? Does that mean the shooter he got, he's gonna trade? Let's look at the Heat roster, right? Let's look at the Heat roster. Bam Adebayo, Kyle Anderson. I'm just going to pause right there. 31-6'9", Kyle Anderson. I'm sorry, brother, but you might be gone. Then you got Alec Burke. You are the veteran, though. You got Alec Burke, gone. Josh Christopher, 23. You might got a spot. Tyler Herro, trade. He's the point guard. We just took Kristaps. Tyler Herro's traded out of there. Haywood, Highsmith, forward. Good bench player, character player. We'll see. Jaime, we got recently. He's gonna be there. Kashad Johnson. I don't know. Nikola Jovic. I don't know. These guys are young. And Nikola Jovic might have a spot because he's a forward. Jaime as a guard. Look for Jaime to be added into trade packages. And you got Kevin Love on the roster, Davion Mitchell, Duncan Robinson, all these guys, Terry Rozier, Khalil Ware, Andrew Wiggins. A lot of these guys are going to be gone. Trade packages and cut packages coming, free agency coming. After today, we're going to see a lot of things go into motion. Pat Riley don't play no games. You know he's going to keep the character. Andrew Wiggins, he might be safe. Nikola Jovic might be safe. Jaime Arquez safe. Tyler Herro, I see as a trade package. Alec Burke gone. Kyle Anderson gone. Bam Adebayo might be safe. We'll see what happens. But the rest of these guys, the Drew Smiths, the Andrew Wiggins, 30 years old, we're going to need a vet. So that's why these guys might be safe. But Duncan Robinson, Terry Rozier, I don't know. Kevin Love, I don't know. We'll see. We see. You know how Pat Riley do. He reward loyalty, so. Utah back on the clock, I believe. At 21. On the clock. Yeah, Utah on the clock at 21. And what did they do earlier? They took Ace Bailey. So what they gotta do here? What they gotta do now? They took Ace Bailey. Atlanta Hawks up again, then the Pelicans, then OKC again, then the Magic. Them Nets got a lot of picks, man. Those are our picks, man. I know they are picks too. Let's see if they trade some of those picks. Boston Celtics, Phoenix Suns, and then the Clippers to end it. So, all right, we got some picks left, y'all. So, just bear with me. You already know how the night started. The night started with Cooper Flagg. Y'all already know. Mr. Cooper Flagg. Then we went with Mr. Harper. Then we went with the Bahama Mama over here, BJ. DJ Edgecombe. Then we went with Concanepo. Then we went with Mr. Ace Bailey. And we went with all the pickers in. But before I go, we went with Trae Johnson, Utah Jazz, Will Riley from Canada, top 15 player, top Canadian prospect. Enrolled at Illinois immediately, became a reliable player for the Fighting Illinois. He wasn't a regular starter. Made 9 starts, 35 appearances in his freshman year. Averaged 12, 4, and 2 assists across 25 minutes. Riley was expected to be a 6'8" point guard in college, but he didn't have a chance to play as a floor general at Illinois. So handling and vision didn't develop as one would imagine. He didn't really play much, but he still made the league. That means he has a very high IQ and great potential. Good shot maker. He's very gifted at getting his spots. Just shy 200 pounds, but he's still thin. He gets his spots as easy as he does. But to be a real good player. Okay, Mr. Will Riley, we'll see. Atlanta Hawks on the clock. Atlanta Hawks on the clock. 6'8", 186 pounds. A little light. Going to have to get a little muscular in the league. 3-and-D player, forward guard, Will Riley. Okay. Let's see. Illinois guards go 2021 back-to-back. One to Miami, one to Utah. Kristaps and Will Riley. They probably wanted Kristaps, but since they took Kristaps, they took his partner. All right, man. Where Liam and Danny gonna go now? We got Maxine Reynolds out there too. He a big dude. They gonna come get him. Psalms. The Hawks racked up in this draft, man. Let me see. What they start with? They started with Derek Queen. And I don't know if they're going to stick with my boy Trae Young, but they got Derek Queen over there for him. I know he excited about that. Then now they on the clock again. If they're not going to keep my boy, they got to go get a guard right now. But yeah, they need to take either Danny or Liam right here. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, that staff going crazy over there. Like, what they got? They got two picks coming up. That's why they excited. Brooklyn Nets. Man. Alright, so let me yeah. You know who playing it, right? Mr. Clayton was born Sebring, Florida. He a Florida boy. Lake Wales High School, trapping in Bartow High School, junior year. Played football. 6'8" state champion in basketball. He got a little record, boy. He was tearing up in Florida. Then he transferred to. Then he went to Atlantic Conference Player of the Year at Metro Atlantic. Transferred to Florida, earned second team or SEC honors. He declared for the draft, but then undeclared, went back to school, be a senior. He's a 4-year player, 18 points a game, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. He ended the years. That's his ending stats over there. 39 regular appearances, scoring a program record, 713 points. Championship most outstanding player of 2025. Wow. Clayton got all the things, but he went late. He should have went earlier, but he went. So I guess that's the important. As Atlanta Hawks are on the clock coming out with their pick, and they pick Drake Powell. Who's Drake Powell? 6'6" guard out of North Carolina. Ranked top 15 player of 2024 class. Decided to stay at hometown, play for the Tar Heels. Despite being a freshman, Powell didn't have problems handling a prominent role. Started in 24 of 37 appearances in his long year with the program. Only averaged 7 points, 3. Yeah, see? That's a late round, early second round guy right there. But he only averaged 7.4. But his potential, you could see it. He didn't play a lot. You could see it. Wow, welcome to the NBA, Drake Powell, out of North Carolina. Drake Powell. New Orleans Pelicans. You think Wiggins is gone? I think a lot of those guys is gone. If I know Pat Riley, boy, I ain't want to go in because I had already said too much. But if I know Pat Riley, boy, he done gave these guys a long time, a good amount of time to make do. The Duncans and Wiggins, he let people down last year in the playoffs. Coming off that team, he was playing like he was still on that team instead of playing like this is his team. And so Wig might be a tradable asset, and the character, you know what they gonna look for that in Miami, the character. But yeah, I think a lot of those guys gone out of bio, all of them. Like I said, Riley reward loyalty. You know what I mean? And as long as he can control the situation, he gonna reward that. Like, here come the Pelicans, though. I really wanted to see who the Pelicans got. Let's see what Joe Dumars gonna do. See where Liam gonna go. They gonna play my boy. Wow, guess and all that.
No, we're not doing that.
What? Yeah, man. I told y'all, Presley was gonna work magic. I'm surprised he didn't trade up in the draft. He just stayed where he was at and didn't panic. and give up too many assets. He is a hoarder with value picks, boy. A hoarder. Need more GMs thinking like him, like thinking for the future. You make a desperate play now, make a quality or make one move now. That's a quality play for now and the future. He is a very visionary, bro. There's few GMs that I salute, Takey. Few GMs that I covet like this, but I respect a lot of GMs. This Presti has been real interesting. There's no reason why the Westbrook, James Harden, they was young. It's the only reason. But to win a championship, it takes many levels, and those guys had to learn how to do it. And maybe they didn't have the right coaches, whatever. If that's you want to blame Presti, he get the assets and he get the players, and he does hire the coaches. So if you want to blame any weakness on him, maybe he didn't have the right coach for those young minds. But look, he got a young coach right now, right out of G League, who just became a championship coach. It's just the visionary, like, in him. Like, I really respect Leon Rose is a interesting GM to watch. But I'm curious about Joe Dumars. I know Joe Dumars did what he did with Detroit for many years as the GM. But I'm curious to see his new build right now in New Orleans as they take Asa Newell. Let's see where Asa Newell 6'9" out of Georgia. Another Florida boy. Earned gold for the United States during the 2022 World Cup as a soccer player. Averages 15.4, shooting 6.9 rebounds a game. Wow. Athletic kid. Multi-sport kid. Wow. All right, Mr. Asanuel, I'm going to be watching you. 6'9", 224. Big player. Athlete. Could be a phenom here. Could be a phenom. I like his name, Asa. And he in New Orleans. Well, we'll see. We'll see what Asa could do. Yeah. I like that pick for New Orleans, by the way. 6'9" player. They have Brandon Ingram, very similar, 6'7", 6'8", or something like that. They have Zion Williamson. Let's look at their roster, actually. Let's look at their roster. They got a very young squad. Zion Williamson and Trae Murphy III. I really wish the Knicks would go after Trae Murphy III. Brandon Boston. So all these guys is Lester Quinones, Jordan Hawkins. All these guys 24, 23, 23, 25 for Trey Murphy, 25 for Zion Williamson. They have Ephraim Payton, point guard, 31 years old, 6'3". Herbert Jones, small forward, 6'7". Deontay Murray, point guard, 29. Yeah, he got a roster that he got to pull together. He just traded Kelly Olynyk and C.J. McCollum, right? And he just got Jordan Poole. So I think that was big for them. Like, if Zion can give you some minutes, just give me 50 games, Zion. Give me 50 games and the playoffs. Give me 50 games and the playoffs, please, bro. Please. But Zion can play, right? Then you got Trey Murphy. You got Poole. He's gonna be your starting shooter, no questions. And they got Jose Alvaro. They got a lot of point guards. They gotta move these guys, man. Bruce Brown, Keon Brooks, OKC. Drake Powell going to the Hawks. Nick Clifford. Nick Clifford goes to OKC. Let's look at who Nick Clifford is. 6'5", 200 out of Colorado State. Player of the year as a senior. 18 points a game, 9 rebounds. Should have went way higher than now. Went late in the first round. Should have went way higher than now. Led Rams to first round upset of Memphis. Almost beat Maryland in the second round before Derek Queen set game-winning buzzer beater. Yeah, I remember him. I definitely remember him, Neat. Welcome to the NBA. Salute to your family. Come on, you gotta get to the NBA and ball out, bruh. Ball out. Related, they kind of compare him to Kyle Kuzma, Paul George. Wow, Jalen Williams. So OKC went and got another Jalen Williams. Oh, man. To play behind Jalen Williams. Oh, man. Oh, man. Dun, 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 dun. Plot thickens. Plot thickens. Y'all know what I'm thinking, right? Y'all know what I'm thinking. Let's go look at their roster, though. Let's look at OKC roster. Isaiah Joe, who was not there this year. They was not there. Hartenstein gonna have to move to the side. They got Dylan Jones. Lou Dort, who was 6'4", played a big role for them. I don't know. But somebody can play that role, a bigger person, better shooter. Then they got Jalen Williams and Jalen Williams. Yeah, they gotta make some room over there. So they're gonna have Flagg, Suspect, Caruso, 31 years old, Kenrich Williams, Brandon Carson. Wallace is safe. He played really good. And they got Topic, who was hurt this year. Dukas is probably out of there. And yeah, Wiggins is safe. They got a little squad over there. They got a lot of guards, quite as kept behind Shea. They got a lot of guards. They got RJ Mitchell, Isaiah Joe. Then they got Jalen Williams, Adam Flagler, Caruso, Casey Wallace, Topic, Dukas, and Wiggins. Shea. Like, that's a lot of guards, so they're going to have to get rid of some of them guards. They just got two big players. Chet safe, Shea safe, Topic safe. He's last year's pick. Do they sign Jalen to a big-time contract? Or did they just replace Jalen? Both Jalen Williams. At that. One is 6'5", one is 6'9". Lou Dort and Jalen Williams might be out of here. Isaiah Hartenstein. I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do about that, because they went and got a center just now. They got Dane Carson, Chet, and Isaiah Hartenstein. So I want to see what they do. Hartenstein was definitely big for them this year. I would run it back with him if I was Presti myself, but it's all coming down to locking up Shea, locking up Chet, Orlando on the clock, and they take Jace Richardson. Wow. 6'1" guard out of Michigan State. Another ex-NBA son, NBA player's son. Jason played 14 seasons in the NBA. His mother, Jackie, also played college basketball, influential in training. It's a family business to them. California boy, Berkeley, California. Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas. Christopher Columbus in Florida. And then he went to the Spartans with Tom Izzo. So that's a guard under Tom Izzo. Average 16 a game. They wasn't Sweet 16. No, they was in they made the tournament. They just didn't do anything. They got bumped early. I think they made 32. They comparing them to Steph Curry. That's a hard comparison. Jared McCain, all those type of guys. Let's see. 6'1", he's little. He's a little guy. Gotta see. Jace Richardson goes to Orlando. Well, they went and got a point guard. They got Bane. Let's see who Orlando got. they got Anthony Black, who was injured this year. No, he's gonna rise. He's a 6'7" point guard. So I don't know why they just did that. They just went and got Desmond Bain. And got Paolo, Desmond, Anthony Black, Franz Wagner. They got Orlando got a squad, y'all. Y'all better watch out. And then all right, then you got Gary Harris. He probably gone. Then you got Jalen Suggs coming back from injury. Wendell Carter Jr. No, I think Wendell Carter went in trade. And maybe Corey Joseph did too. I'm not too sure. But look, they got McClung. Oh my God, Ethan Thompson. Trevelyan Queen. Jalen Suggs. Desmond Bain. Anthony Black. Why did they just take a guard? I don't understand that. Why did they just take Jace? I don't understand that. Brooklyn Nets on the clock, back-to-back picks. Let's see what they do. They traded away. Wow. It's crazy. Crazy. This is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Oklahoma City just got Nick Clifford and Thomas Sober. They had a pretty solid draft. Brooklyn we seeing. We're gonna see if they ace they draft. But I think the Pelicans, for the one pick that they had, I think no, they had two. They got Jeremiah Fizz. They took a guard and a forward center. So Dumont's doing his work. I want to see what he do tomorrow with the rest of that team. Keep Trey Murphy III. He probably know to keep him, and rest of those guys though, man. Ooh. All those injury guys have been taking a lot of money to sit down and live in New Orleans and get in trouble with women, and oh man. So Dumont's the new sheriff. Feel for y'all. But can't feel too much for y'all because y'all got your bread, right? You got your bread. This is what these young guys gotta learn not to do. Stay humble. Keep to your business, cause it's a whole new game, right? Women gonna be tricking them and all kind of stuff. So these young guys gotta try not to make your mistakes, the older guys' mistakes. My boy, man, Minnesota Timberwolves. What's his name? He got caught in a weird situation. And I get it, man. You young, you meet these women, and it's like, but you impregnate them, bro. That's their best. That's their dream. Certain women dream to not even for just to have a baby. It's just because the money like that come with it. Like Ben Saraf gets taken by the Nets out of Israel. Ben Saraf, everybody going crazy. Nets still on the clock. They gotta know who they going with. And all right, Ben Saraf. Get out of here. Israeli version of D'Angelo Russell. They gotta, yeah, I gotta stop, bro. I gotta stop. Oh, man. He's one of a kind, bro. Not Manu Ginobili, none of that. D'Angelo Russell. Israeli D'Angelo Russell. That's bad funny, bro. That's fucking hilarious. Ben Saraf. Welcome to the NBA. And you coming to the illest city, coming to New York, Brooklyn, right there in the Jewish community. Oh, you straight. You straight, Ben Saraf. You straight. Don't even be scared. Welcome. They gonna take care of you in New York. Brooklyn Nets. Let's see what they do. Back-to-back picks. Ben Saraf. Oh, that's mad funny, bro. Aries, 414, 06. Yeah. Ben Saraf. Man, funny. Not his name. It was just what the comparison they gave him was hilarious, bro. I think Israeli version of D'Angelo Russell. That was mad funny, bro. Oh, that shit tickled me. Couple of picks left, y'all. Couple of picks left. It's just the beginning. This ain't the ending. Don't be upset. Be happy. And know that it's just getting started. Let's go. Get out here and ball. Brooklyn back on the clock. Come. Oh, they trading. Oh. Hawks trade Derek Queen to New Orleans Pelicans. So as I was just sitting there and ramble about Joe Dumars, and Danny Wolf gets selected by the Brooklyn Nets and gets out of the first round as he was sitting in the crowd panicking as it's coming down to the last couple of picks. Michigan player, phenom, center, power forward, Danny Wolf finally get selected. Should have went earlier. Like these 4 guys, bro. But congratulations, bro. Ooh, Danny Wolf. Yeah. Let's go. Let's show the world who Danny Wolf is. 6'11", 252 pounds, out of Michigan, United States. Danny Wolf. McDonald's All-American, Euro Championship, all tournament team behind 17 points a game, 12 rebounds, 2.4 assists. And I personally relate this kid to the Orlando guys, man. I just said it, the brothers on Orlando roster. The Wagners. He got hella hustle. He get rebounds and he can score. Like I project him to be like the Wagners. A lot of people project NBA projects him to be like Kelly Olynyk, Aspirin Sengun. Sengun is a good comparison because he's a big man and he got that touch with the basketball around the rim. Like, and so that's why I expected him to go way earlier. Bro. Like, he was stressed sitting in the crowd like, what's going on? Danny Wolf goes to the Nets, come to Brooklyn. They take my boy they take the Israeli guard and a big man. Yeah. Jersey Nets starting to build the owner's starting to build a team that I think he wants. Like, they got the Russian sensation early. They got the Israeli guard, and then they got my boy right here, Mr. Danny Wolf. Mr. Wolf. Now, last player that I need to see get drafted tonight is Liam McNeely. I got my fingers crossed. Oh, and Tyrese Proctor. So both of those guys, I need them to go right now. You're out of time. We got to go right now for both of them. You got Boston, Phoenix, and the Clippers. So they got 3 opportunities for both of them to go. But they need to go in the first round, and I know they're in the crowd. Come on, man. Ask Danny what's good. His brother sitting at the table crying. Like, he like, yo, chill, y'all, chill. I'm trying to keep it together. Yo, that moment must be so fucking awesome, bro. Celtics come out and take Hugo Gonzalez out of Spain. Uh-oh. Celtics want to get their big man. Uh-oh, what that mean for Horford and them? They did get rid of Kristaps, though. They need to replace him. Yeah, man. Danny Wolf, man. Salute. Welcome to the NBA. Who else? Let's go. And now Hugo Gonzalez out of Madrid. Gonzalez, 2022 FIBA Basketball World Cup. I remember him. At 19 years old, it's impressive. Gonzalez played for the senior Real Madrid team in the EuroLeague at 19. He was considered to make the senior squad, but he was bench player, averaged 10 minutes a game across 57 appearances. They don't even have his points up there, though. Okay, Boston, what are you up to? 6'6". They hoping he's like Luka. They hoping he's like Luka. Austin Reeves, Ty Jerome, and Kate Cunningham. Really? I don't know, y'all. Guard forward, 6'6". I mean, is that he running a small forward in Boston? No Tatum. Got Brown. Got White. But if you trade in one of those guys, that could be interesting. But let's talk about this Derek Queen trade, though. Like, for real, like, hold up, what they just did right here, bro. Clayton traded to Utah. And Yang traded to Portland. So the Grizzlies traded Yang to Portland. Derek Queen traded to New Orleans. Drake Powell traded to Brooklyn. What did they get, though? Rockets traded to Phoenix. And Asanua went to Atlanta. Okay, so Asanua, that was with the Pelicans, 23rd pick, went to Atlanta, the 6'9" guard. Right? 6'9" guard. He went to Atlanta. And Queen coming to New Orleans. The Queen coming to New Orleans. I kind of like that, though. I like that for New Orleans, man. I really do. But I'm trying to figure out what Atlanta doing, because they gave up Queen. That was their high draft pick. They're going to get Noel back, right? So they basically took Noel at that position up there now. So now, what else did they do? And then their other pick. No, they got Fears, okay. So Jeremiah Fears goes to New Orleans, and they got Queen. Yeah, man, I think they gearing up to get rid of Zion, and I don't know what's going on with Trey Murphy and Brandon Ingram, but they might be doing a whole new spot over there. Okay, now Portland traded Cedric Coward to Memphis as a forward guard. After getting rid of Bain, that's the replacement right there. Jared Jackson on the trading block. Maybe they keep their young boy, John Morant, like they're supposed to, offer him another $20 million contract, and it all lies with Ja and the new guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they're gonna have to do. Goodness gracious. I think the Pelicans had a great A-8 trade. A- trade. I mean, A- draft. I think the Pelicans had an A- draft. Dallas had a B+ draft. Spurs have a draft. Philly, they got a B draft. I'll give them a B. There we go. There go Liam McNeely. Go to the Suns. Thank you very much. There we go. I tell you, I need Neely to get taken, and I need my boy out of Duke to get taken. Cause I don't know how the big man got taken before him, but whatever. I don't, whatever. I know how Conker Neville is. He's a point guard of 6'7". Like, who don't want that? But even Kneppel wasn't supposed to go before my boy Proctor. If the Clippers smart, they'll take Proctor right now. But Liam McNeely, 6'7", 215 out of UConn. I know he was panicking. McDonald's All-American. 5-star recruit. Average 14, 6, and 2. Has a very high basketball IQ. Played for a good squad. I would put McNeely up there with. I'll put Liam McNeely up there with. I'm sorry, like y'all gonna think I'm wilding for this one, but I'll put him up there with your number one draft pick, Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg just has a better body build, pretty more active, but McNeely IQ is up there. Like, and he went very late in the first round. Phoenix Suns, though, is a good team to be on. Cause they're upbuilding. This gonna be a whole new Phoenix Suns. They're gonna be young. They're gonna be fast. Devin Booker's still there for the moment. Then that's smart. That's a smart pick right there. After getting rid of Kevin Durant, taking McNeely, they lucked up because he should not have been there this late. Danny Wolf should not have been there this late. Liam McNeely should not have been there late in the draft. They should have went way out of the top 15, 15 to 20 between there. They should have went. Brooklyn took Nolan Traore at 19. Like, wow. Before Danny Wolf, that was risky. Man. 16 Memphis Grizzlies, Yang Hampton to Portland. Guess they wanted the China player. That's cool, but nearly could go right there. Let's see if anybody he better than that went before him. Yeah, he up there with Kneppel and them. Like, he could have went. Toronto, Rockets, Chicago. First took Carter Bryant, but he could have even went there. These guys could have went early. And they went right down to the end. Clippers still on the clock. They gotta take Tyrese Proctor, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. Poor Tyrese. He's about to be a second day player. Second day ain't gonna want to go. There's a couple of guys though. You got Kobe Brea out of Kentucky, but he ain't better than him. They better stop playing. They better stop playing, bro. They better stop playing. Everybody I wanted to see drafted got drafted. Liam Nealon got drafted late. Danny Wolf got drafted late. Jace Richardson, I don't really know enough about him, to be honest with you. Clayton, 18, he got drafted top 20, but the other player I thought was gonna go higher, Trae Johnson, Jeremiah Fears, Concanipple, Ace Bailey. We all knew they was gonna get drafted, but it was good to see them get drafted. But Kasparis, man, Miami with Kasparis pick was big. Will Riley traded to Washington. Okay, what did Washington give you back though? That's interesting. Traded to Washington. All right. Utah. Yep. There's going to be mad future All-Stars that's coming out of the second round of this draft. They're still loaded. A lot of expected first-round picks didn't get taken. I'm guessing that's these France picks, the China pick, all these Euro picks, Russia, all these Euro picks. Those took those guys' spots, and then you get pushed back to the second round. It makes it more interesting. It makes it like you're gonna get a joker out of here. Look, they took the center out of Penn State, another Euro player, and got taken to the Clippers. Big man. And they probably needed a big man. But he's very dramatic and happy, and I understand it. It's the last pick of the first round. Like, who's it gonna be? Like, and then it's you. You know what I mean? Man, my boy Proctor had like, Switzerland. 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan. Played last year at Penn State. Big. Tell you, everybody need a big man. Everybody need a big man. Wow. Big Ten honorable mention pick in his one season at Penn State. 2 seasons at Northern End of the Road, ranked 12th in the nation in blocks. Did good in the combine. Played at the G League elite camp. Trained there, so all right, Yannick. I understand everybody need a big man. If you that big and good, you see what with the double bigs. The double bigs now is killing the game. Like, you gotta have a big man, at least one athletic, aggressive big man. You got the Livelies, the Gaffids, you got a lot of things going on in the NBA, so that's not a bad pick. It's just whoa, came up, passed a lot of people. That was the last pick of the night, folks. LA Clippers, Yannick Conan Niederheiser out of Penn State, Switzerland. Shout out to the Euro players that made the league tonight. You got the Switzerland on the board. You got Spain on the board. You got Israel on the board. You got Canada on the board. You got Lithuania. Got France again, China, France again, South Sudan, Russia, and Bahamas. Salute to all the Euro outside the country players that made the league tonight. Including Cayman Malak, who got drafted by the Hornets. Charlotte Hornets are trading Mark Williams to the Phoenix Suns for number 29 pick tonight. And the Suns took who at number 29? The Suns took Liam McNeely. So he's going to. So Liam McNeely is going to the Hornets with Concanepple. So you put Concanepple from Duke and McNeely together. That's big. I think they getting rid of my boy Ball. I think that's a definite sign to get rid of that they getting rid of Ball. That new management group over there is trying to do some things, especially with the Lakers getting new ownership and the Suns making a lot of moves to try and get their stuff together. It's real interesting. I gotta go over some things. I'll give the grades to this draft, official grades. Tomorrow, maybe I'll do a stream. Oh yeah, maybe I'll do a stream before the stream, round 2. But again, it's all about my timing in the day. I'm your boy Bang. This is Bang USA Sports. Don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe. I know this was a boring one, but I just wanted to talk to y'all. I just wanted to do the watch along. And we did the watch along, right? So I appreciate y'all. OKC got big tonight. Let's see what they do in the next coming days. Nights of Dream deals and dynasties. Not a lot of deals being done. But then again, when they trading rights after making picks, those are deals for the prospects. It's sweat equity turned into generational wealth. From my front office to yours, from my couch to your front office couch, It's poker night with $1 billion implications in the future at hand, right? For us, it's both celebration and, as I raise the conspiracy theories, the NBA and that lottery. I'm not gonna forget the lottery draft, right? The funny lottery draft. So we're not gonna harp on it, but we're not gonna forget it, and we'll definitely mention it. The NBA is under eye and watch. You know what I mean? From by the fans, and we see what's going on. A lot of Spurs, Phoenix, and Dallas. We see what y'all doing. I know it's about making the league competitive and all of that, but the money is the money, and the players gonna follow the money. That needs to be respected. Let's see. So let's recap it. Let's recap the draft board before we get out of here. And so y'all know we got Cooper Flagg goes number 1 to Dallas, right? San Antonio gets Dylan Harper, 2 great picks. Philadelphia, VJ Edgecombe, good pick. But they under watch too. That organization, GMs need to be watched over there, and they've been needed to be watched since the whole Harden incident and all that. But even before that, they just go from one dictator to the next when it comes to GMing, and they vision suck. Charlotte Hornets, Canepo, and McNeely, what are they doing? Curious. That's an A draft for them. Utah Jazz made some big moves tonight. Drafting Ace Bailey was important for them. And their next pick, I believe they trade Will Riley to Washington. We'll see what Washington gave them back for Will Riley. So they basically, I would give them a B plus maybe, because Ace Bailey's that good. Then you got Trae Johnson going to the Wizards. Wizards did some things. I'm giving them an A. Pelicans, I'm giving them an A. Well, again, we'll do this again tomorrow, but just off the head. But let's go back to the picks. Canepo to Charlotte Hornets, Ace Bailey to Utah, Washington Wizards, Trae Johnson, New Orleans Pelicans, Jeremiah Fears, Brooklyn Nets, Edgar Deming from Russia, Toronto Raptors, Colin Murray Boyle from South Carolina, Houston Rockets, Kamal Marlock traded to Phoenix. Then Phoenix, I believe, is trading Marlock somewhere else. Portland Trailblazers, Cedric Coward at 11. Then traded to Memphis. And Chicago Bears take Noah Essengay. Atlanta Hawks take Derek Queen, then trade him to the New Orleans Pelicans. San Antonio Spurs take Carter Bryant. Oklahoma City Thunder take Thomas Sorber, big time pick for them. Memphis Grizzlies take Jan Hansen and trade him to Portland. So that was the earlier trade from Portland to Memphis. Cedric Howard going up to Memphis, and Memphis returning the favor with Yang Hassan, right? So now that would say Houston has a big man out of China, So they got Yang Henson added to Durant and all of those guys. Okay. Walter Clayton Jr. Oh, wait. We got Yang Hansen goes to the Grizzlies. Minnesota Timberwolves take Joan Berringer at the 17th pick. 18th pick. Washington Wizards get Walter Clayton and send him to Utah. So Utah, they get Walter Clayton Jr. That is big for Utah. Brooklyn Nets take Nolan Traore. That's after taking a center early in the draft. And now they double the Heat take Kasparis Jaconius. I let him know the Lithuania player Will Riley by Utah traded to Washington. Out of Canada, Atlanta Hawks, Drake Powell taken at 22, traded to Brooklyn. New Orleans Pelicans, Asa Newell traded to Atlanta. That was in that McQueen trade, Oklahoma City Thunder, Nick Clifford at 24. Orlando Magic take Jace Richardson. They adding guards on top of guards over there. I don't know what Orlando's doing. Then you got Brooklyn Nets come back and take Ben Sarif and Danny Wolf. Back-to-back picks. I was big for them. Brooklyn Nets took a player for every position in this draft. Mostly they just loaded up their team. I gotta give them an A. I'll give them an A draft. Boston Celtics take Hugo Gonzalez. Phoenix takes Liam McNeely. He gets traded to Charlotte. So now that's crazy. Like I said, I give Charlotte an A draft. I'm giving Phoenix a B plus right now. We'll see what happens. I got to relook at their stuff. LA Clippers and with a big man out of Switzerland, Yannick Konen Niederhauser out of Penn State. And that completed the draft. I'm glad to have been here. I'm your boy Bang Musa. This is Bang USA Sports program. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all come back for tomorrow's episode. And I got to go. Salute. Bang. Oh man, let me get rid of this. Sixers should have took Bailey. Welcome to Bang USA.
Don't get me wrong, spit about it. Throw your hands up. No song, no. Everyone's talking about how much guns they got. Everyone's talking about how much they keep it real. And everyone's talking about how many niggas they kill. But I wanna know how everybody's a gangster. So where's the snitches at? Where's the bitches at? Where's the niggas that just can't take the pressure, man? Where's the set trippers, the fiends, and backstabbers? Cause I wanna know how everybody's a gangster. Going around, we can get it on. Listen, but if you tryna shine, the nigga I'd advise throw some glitter on. This nigga's wrong, heard the flow. Third for show, bite the hand that feeds you, deserve to choke. But shit, I ain't mad, we could burn the smoke. Shit, I'm cool, I bought a noose, you could learn the ropes. I show you how you be a everybody, every day. And Blade the pump, they never gave a fuck about them anyway. Any day, you might see me with the link when it's out 3. Truthfully, I give a fuck what they thinking about me. I don't know y'all niggas from a hole in the wall. Shit stain all soaking the drawers. I came knocking for the gang, nigga, open the door. Pain